Okay, we learned that vowels are always open, and we also learned that consonants were blocked, either by the lips, the teeth, or the tongue. All right, today we're going to learn the second property of consonants. And let's just look at this for a second. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to write two letters on the board. We're going to talk about the sounds they make and how they are alike and how they're different. So I'm going to write the letter F on the board and the letter V. Now F, the sound of F is, the sound of V is. Now if you'll notice when you say those two sounds, your mouth is in exactly the same position. So the mouth position is the same, but the sound is very different. And this is the other characteristic that we are going to learn about consonants. Consonants are always blocked by the teeth, the tongue, or the lips. But they will have a second characteristic that we have to pay attention to. So let's say the sounds again and see if we can tell which of these sounds is the noisy one. Are you ready? Here we go. Say, now say, which one did you notice was more noisy? Was it the first one or the second one? Yes, you're absolutely right. It is the V. The V is very noisy because we add something when we make the sound for the V. We add our voice. Now, you can feel the voice being added to that by putting your fingers right here, and you'll feel it vibrate a little bit. If you have trouble finding this, you can always do this, but you can just put your fingers right here and you can feel it vibrate. So here we go. Say, does it vibrate? No, it doesn't. Say, does it vibrate? Yes, it does. So we're going to show that by putting above here the sign. This is the sign for a sound, and inside there is no mark. On this one, we're going to use slanty lines, but we're going to put a line right through the middle to remind us that we're using our voice box right in here when we say this sound. This is unvoiced. This is voiced. Now I'm going to give you two more pair, and you're going to help me figure out which of these places this is going to go, whether it's voiced or it's unvoiced. Are you ready? Listen to this sound. B. B. Its pair is P. Which one of those is voiced? Say it again, and you tell me, is it noisy or is it not noisy? P. B. P. B. Which one? You're right. The noisy one is the B. The one that's not noisy is the P. P. B. Okay, ready? We're going to do one more set here, and this is going to prove it to us that consonants can be either voiced or unvoiced. Are you ready for this one? Let's do this one. Say D. D. Now this one we're using our tongue right behind our teeth and hitting just briefly and then coming away. D. Say it again. D. Is this voiced? D. D. Yes. Really clear on that one. So we're going to put, what letter owns the sound of D? The letter D. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. And its partner, same mouth position, is T. You do it. T. T. We're hitting right behind our teeth and coming away. Just very quick. T. Good. What letter is that? The letter is T. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. There we go. Okay, so we discovered something about consonants. We discovered that not only are consonants going to be blocked by the teeth, the tongue, or the lips, but they also are going to have another property, another thing they can do. They are going to be either voiced, voiced, or they're going to be unvoiced. Okay? All right. Now, usually I stop right there, and then I go right into B and P, the introduction to B and P. Later I come back with alphabet activities and introduce the other concepts. But I'm going to go ahead and do them just to sandwich them in for you to get them all together. Okay, here's the second concept I want to do, and that is syllable. Now we can do this with our names, and we can do it with words that we use commonly. So if I say student, student, what part of that word am I saying louder, longer, higher? Student, do I say student, or do I say student? Which one would I say louder? I say the first one, student. Okay? When we are saying English words, one part of the word is usually said louder, louder, and we say it longer, and we say it higher. We take it higher. We say it louder, longer, and higher. Okay, so when we are showing that, we are going to show it this way. This is what we call a stress mark, a stress. Whenever you see this on a word, it means that that part of the word is said louder, longer, higher. And the part that is not said louder, longer, higher, we can put, we don't have to, but we can put this unaccented or unstressed part marker on it. So to remind us that it is not said louder, longer, higher. So we're going to make a card here with the symbol for stress. There we are. Okay? That's what we're going to use for this. So let me go through the concepts that I have done today. All the two parts of this. So let's talk about them. First of all, what do you know about a consonant? A consonant will be blocked by the lips, the teeth, or the tongue. It will also be either voiced or unvoiced. What about vowels? What do you know about vowels? Vowels are always open, open. So we have a mouth to show the open on it. Later we're going to learn something else about them, but I'm not going to teach that today. Okay, then the other thing we learned is that sometimes a word, one part of the word is said louder than the other part, and we show it by putting a stress mark on it that tells we're going to say it louder, longer, and higher. So if I say my name, I say Sarah. My voice drops when I do the second syllable. Sarah. Okay. And the last concept we did was the concept of initial, medial, and final. There it is right there. I was hiding it. Initial, medial, and final. So if a letter is at the beginning of a word, we say it's in the we'll say it's in the initial position. If it is in the between the first and the last letters of the word, we say it's in the medial position. If it's the last sound in a word, we say it's in the final position. So those are the concepts we always teach at the beginning of a lesson.